Welcome, film lovers, film fans, and dragon fans alike. John Murphy of Omerkata Pictures here with a collaboration from Ian Benoit. Am I pronouncing that right?
Uh, in the French version, yes. I go by Benoit or Benoit.
Benoit and or Benoit.
Either way,
All right.
either is correct.
All right. So, as many of you know, I had been doing reviews or vlogs. Well, first they started out as vlogs, then transferred to reviews with the Dragon series with my friend Tyler. And Ian here is actually one of my fans. Tell us a little about yourself, Ian.
Well, I am based in Pennsylvania along the Susquehanna River. I am a big fan of your work, and I started off doing my own review series with my friend Rebecca. I am also an amateur paleontologist and paleo enthusiast, and I'll be doing a talk on paleontology in about 2 weeks.
That's very nice. I used to be interested in I used to be interested in paleontology too when I was a kid, and I can tell from your profile pin that you're a fan of Jurassic Park, which is how I got interested in that as well.
I think it has a lot of influence in people who are into that stuff.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Ian here asked to do a collaboration with me on something I actually haven't reviewed yet. I just went straight into the series, and that is the Christmas special, or I guess holiday special, Gift of the Night Fury. And I think you've actually did review this on your channel.
I did. It started off with a review, but more went into a speculative biology lesson.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, it kind of would. With the whole idea of dragons migrating to go to the special island. It's kind of almost like if you've ever seen March of the Penguins, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess so this will just be like a basic review. The story is essentially, after peace with the dragons had been made, Burke is now celebrating their holiday called Snoggletog. I guess even Hiccup, he mentions like why they chose such a stupid name is beyond me. it it is kind of a weird word, really, especially I've heard.
Yes, snoggled.
Snoggletog. I think it just sounds like something dirty, really, because I've heard the British word snogging. That's what I think of every time I hear that.
Yeah, it's clearly based on Christmas, but
Like Christmas, with the wooden pine tree. I'm pretty sure it might actually be made out of pine.
It's never said, I don't think.
Yeah. The colored lanterns, the holly, and all that. It's definitely very Christmas-like.
Yes, Gobber's helmet.
What Vikings? We are tough most of the time.
Most of the time.
And so everything seems to be going very well. Everyone's in good cheer, and then all of a sudden the dragons leave. No one knows. And why we find out later. We find out later. But since Toothless can't fly without Hiccup, he's the only one who stays. And so Hiccup, being the genius, he makes a tail that Toothless can use. And and just through sheer happenstance, through things that just go wrong, Hiccup goes onto Birth Island, where all their dragons have gone to have their babies. And if you
Yeah.
and if you've seen our videos, then you know that we absolutely love seeing babies.
Yes.
I blame
In your videos, I think there was the baby fireworms, and then there was also show the babies
yes.
from the first episode. Show the babies.
yes, yeah.
Uh, and Rebecca and I talked about when I informed her of this collaboration between you and I. We never see the babies again.
No, we don't. We don't
We
even
never see
see.
them.
We'd never even see Girl Hookfang.
Uh,
Huh.
and I mean, I get that this is like an add-on that you can watch, but it doesn't affect the overall continuity. A question I have: where do the babies go?
I, I don't know. One of the many other plot threads that just goes nowhere.
Yeah,
I think if it wasn't for the additional 2 seasons from the third movie being pushed back, we that whole Dragon Eye lens that Heather had all along would have also gone nowhere.
yeah.
Maybe it would have been
Hey,
touched up in the comics.
oh yeah,
But anyway, back on track. You know, Hiccup Hiccup finds all their dragons and brings them all back to Burke. Uh, and Toothless returns after flying away, using that new tail, and it turns out he was trying to retrieve Hiccup's helmet that he lost during the first migration.
yeah,
And it gives this beautiful ending where Toothless essentially destroys his new tail because he wants to fly with Hiccup. He has to fly with Hiccup. He'd rather fly with Hiccup than have Hiccup on his back, I guess. That's what I'm trying to get.
yeah,
So, there's really not much I can nitpick about this. It's actually a pretty solid story condensed into about 25 minutes.
yeah. Roughly, yeah,
Uh, I really like that how it expanded the lore of dragons, uh, such as that they migrate to an island so that they can give birth to their babies, and it's actually kind of like this natural hot spring.
yeah. Rebecca and I talked about this a bit. We speculated that it was an extinct volcano sunken crater.
Hmm. Yeah, kind of like in Yellowstone.
Something like that, yeah.
All right.
Stone is currently still active. This month is not really explained.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Then there, and also the fact that when dragons lay their eggs, if they are not submerged in water, then they explode.
Yeah,
which can, which kind of ultimately leads to one of my favorite moments is just Astrid. She for I've seen on Pinterest and even some fans on our videos saying that for one moment Astrid was in Hiccup's shoes for a brief moment.
yep,
Seeing her reaction when the eggs explode, the oh crap face, and then seeing the destruction was just freaking hilarious.
yes. And the twins and Snotler are like, wow, amazing. Idea yet.
Everyone's gonna be so surprised. Surprise!
Ow!
What were your favorite moments?
Obviously the babies.
Yes.
I think that's everyone. That goes without saying.
Yeah, that does go
Uh,
without saying.
yak, yak nog.
Which kind of yak nog. I really liked that line that Tough Nut said. I drink that, I'm gonna yak nog all over the place.
Yeah. And then when Fishleg runs up, not loud drinks it. Oh, you can really taste the yak. Yep. And Astrid offers it to him. Behind Astrid, we see Snotlout.
Yeah. Oh, I just suddenly and
So that was
inexplicably,
good.
yeah, I just suddenly and
No.
inexplicably changed my mind.
Although you gotta feel bad for Hiccup because while Astrid's yammering on,
Yes.
he has to stand there with it in his mouth because he
Hmm.
doesn't want to make his lady feel bad.
Right.
So good for him on trying to keep his lady happy.
Yeah. Yeah, good for him. Let's see. I guess
But
I.
this really builds on the relationship between Hiccup and Toothless is all about.
Yeah.
That's about this.
Yeah.
Because this shows how firm their bond is. I mean, with the other writers, I mean, we see a strong bond, but they're essentially like brothers.
Yeah. Yeah.
We basically know that
I agree with
they will
that.
go to the end of the earth.
Hmm. I kind of like that. I kind of like that comparison of brothers, because in a way, the relationship between the writers and their dragons is essentially almost like seeing is like family. Like
Yeah,
with Hook Fang and Snotlout, it's almost like the older brother and the little brother. Uh, with with Astrid and Stormfly, it's a lot like sisters.
yep.
With Meatlug and Fishlegs, it's a lot like a parent to a child.
I mean, Fish Legs takes care of Meatlug, and Meatlug takes care of Fish Legs somehow.
I mean,
Not to mention, in Gem of a Different Color, a big meltdown on the date.
yes, yeah, His, yeah. Tyler's little meltdown on that. He always has such animated expressions, and
He
it's always entertaining to see him go off.
Yep.
Uh, and of course, the twins and their dragons is well, like twins. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
quadruplets.
yeah, quadruplets. Yeah, but with Hiccup and Toothless, it's almost it is like brothers, but almost kind of like I might get this might this might sound funny, but almost like soul brothers.
That doesn't sound funny at all. I think that's perfect way to describe them.
All right. Sometimes I have these thoughts in my head, and they sound cool, and then when you get them out, everyone just seems to laugh. Yeah,
How it feels.
yeah, but ultimately, I guess the best moment for me would have to be, the ending. where
Oh yeah,
Toothless essentially destroys the tail that Hiccup made for him because he wants his old tail, and Hiccup gives the narration of how he gave his friend a great gift, and he gave him a better one.
yeah.
Well,
Warms the heart.
it does warm the heart, and with that, and with the music swelling, with the from the first movie, it really just it punctuates the ending very well.
Yeah, Toothless was cute.
He was cute. He was. All right. I feel like I've done most of the talking. Is there anything that you kind of want to add?
Yeah, during throughout the whole thing of like culture building that me and Rebecca like to see in the series that during the first two seasons we didn't get too much of, which she took a gripe with. I mean, I understood it because it's a children's show, but
Mm-hmm.
I still like to see it. This added a bit of that, and I like that, even though it's clearly based on Christmas.
I
Uh,
Yeah, I agree, and technically, when you think about it, a lot of our Christmas traditions came from uh, so
yeah,
many other holidays that were celebrated at around that period, around
yes, the
that time
winter
frame.
solstice. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You took inspiration from.
Yeah, that was the main inspiration, but I think there's so many other traditions, like with the mistletoe, the whole idea of Santa. It it was Christmas essentially nowadays is a culmination of all different cultures.
Yeah,
So, well, which kind of makes it funny when you see this, because then you see some of the traditions that are reflected in Vikings, like with the pine tree, with the holly, and even the yak nog.
yeah. And actually, in one of the deleted scenes with the whole mistletoe thing, Astrid actually decides to make this new tradition called missing toe.
Yeah, I actually saw that one. I remember that. Like, what was it about? If
And
some
when someone
like
walks under the missing toe,
I'm sorry, what?
they get punched in the face whenever they walk under the missing toe.
Of course, only Astrid would come up with that. Although I wouldn't be surprised if the twins thought that too.
Yes, but also in the deleted scene, it shows that they also got punched in the face.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. I what else did you like from Gift of the Night Fury?
Stoic and Gobber's interactions. Toward the beginning, said, Odin's beard, Gobber. Vikings spending the winter holiday with dragons. What would our fathers say? And then Gobber said, they'd think we'd lost our mind. That actually, that's a point. Because up to the first movie, have obviously been at war with the dragons, and now they're fully integrated and spending the holidays with them.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty good. That little detail wasn't lost on me because essentially in the first movie, in the very beginning, Stoic does say that how winter was almost here, and they want to go find the nest before the ice sets in. So when you kind of think about it, this story kind of takes place like shortly after, like maybe a month or two right after the first movie.
Yeah. although that does tear up my estimations of time in my series because the first episode being a few weeks after the first movie with all the chaos.
Well, it could be. I mean, they don't really specify how much time has passed. But
Yeah,
we do know that some time has passed, and also going by the series, we kind of know it takes place before the series because
yes,
'cause-
because it thought was a boy.
yeah, yeah, and with the third episode, Animal House, they know that that dragon eggs explode.
So
We definitely know it takes place after the first movie, but before the series. So I
yeah,
so I guess the series we could say like a year has passed since the first movie.
maybe, yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe, yeah. Well, see. Anyway, the animation. I guess since this was before the series was even made. It was still made by the DreamWorks studio. So we had like some movie quality animation or even character
Oh yeah,
design. 'Cause since you said you've seen our videos, so you know how we sometimes like to make fun of how a lot of the same background characters tend to keep popping up, and rewatching the first movie, you kind of do see the same thing, like the same background characters keep popping up, but there's like some subtle differences.
yeah.
With Gift of the Night Fury, a little of the subtlety kind of dropped down, so there's kind of it's kind of more obvious that their background characters are cut and paste, but there's still but it's still kind of movie quality.
And I think they're still running off of like all the money that at this point.
Yeah, 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 most likely. Let's see. I Alright, I haven't actually touched on the music. I usually try like to cover all all bases that I can think of. Most of the music was the original score by John Powell. Uh, I can't remember the name of who did the score for this one, but the music when Hiccup comes to Birth Island was just beautiful, really.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
I think going with a good analogy with that would be like the music from Jurassic World and how it correlates to Jurassic Park music. I mean, really good, but original,
mm-hmm,
but still good in its own right.
yeah, a pretty good analogy. So, I kind of feel like we're almost running out of steam. I did just think of one other question. If you could have one of those dragon babies, which one would it be?
Deadly Natter.
I I would want one too. I would want that or a baby monstrous nightmare.
Oh,
Um, and I get And oh yeah, that I just remembered another thing. When I first saw this, I was kind of excited at the idea of probably seeing another Night Fury and possibly baby Night Furies. Were you thinking the same thing?
yes, I was. At the cover, you see baby dragons, and you get all this hype building up, and then we don't see them. It's a little bit of a letdown, but I can look past it. Yeah, baby monstrous nightmare and baby Grunkle.
I can look a little past it too, and because essentially again, going back to that ending, it kind of makes up for it because Toothless's loyalty to Hiccup is pretty much his gift. That is his gift. And let's see. Hope maybe by the third movie we might see another Night Fury. I'm kind of guessing, but I'm kind of expecting sort of a bittersweet, kind of a downer ending, because from what
Yes.
I've read on the Wikipedia is that the last words, the final narration, the opening words are going to be like the first words of the book. That there were
Okay.
dragons when I was a boy, so I'm preparing myself really. All right. Well, this was fun. This was fun,
It
Ian.
was. We should do this again sometime.
We we should do this. Let's do this for when I'm done doing a review of the final season of Race to the Edge. We do a final thoughts either on I guess on season 6, like our impression of it, or we could do our impression or our opinions on Race to the Edge as a whole, like what it adds to the
Okay.
overall story of Hiccup's journey.
I think we could do that. Yeah, that sounds like fun.
All right. Let's see that I think that would be sometime maybe in May or June, depending if because I'm gonna be doing a weekly schedule thing.
Okay, yeah.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
All right. Thank you, Ian, for joining me, and thank you all for
No
watching.
problem. Thanks for having me.
All right. We'll see you all next time.